Dawn here.
Dawn here.
Dawn here.
Hi, my name is...
Who's Jenny?
Jenny. My name is Jenny Maltzman, and thanks everybody for being here. It's my first time up here, like Stephanie said, and Stephanie is a great teacher, you know, she's like the Zen master of comedy. She gave me some great advice about being up here, you know, right my first time. She said, don't puke on the audience. I'm okay. So far, so good. So, but really, I'm not up here to make anybody laugh. This is actually Stephanie. Welcome to This Is Your Life. No, really, this is an intervention, but my brother's wife couldn't be here, so... Speaking of family, has anybody seen a therapist lately? Anybody like therapy? Yeah, I love therapy. It's nothing to be ashamed of, you know, I mean, haven't we all had fantasies of our father prancing around in a G-string diaper? You know, there's nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying. I couldn't help it, he was hot. But anyway, I love therapy so much that I actually married a therapist. Hi, honey. And, you know, nothing says love so much as someone diagnosing you every 10 minutes. I think I used to be fairly normal, you know. But, anyway, now I have like 10 personality disorders. And there's one I never heard of. It's called, my husband says I have really bad, called wife-a-negaphobia. Oh, I never heard of that one. And it's kind of weird. I only seem to get that during football season. Well, my husband says it comes from having that FSAD. It's a football seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, I wanted to try this because apparently this is like the #1 fear of people, you know, like on the list of worst fear, whatever. What people are most afraid of is this. And I heard somebody, you know, got shot here too. So, you know, #2 is death. So, I'm thinking I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But, so my husband, you know, he's been working a lot, and I get kind of lonely, but, that's wrong. Excuse me. You know, this is my first time, you know, so give me a break here. But for inspiration, you know, I've been watching some of the great comedians like George Carlin and Richard Pryor, and my husband really likes Sam Kinison. And the only thing I really knew about him was that he, like, screams a lot. So I did watch him, and he's really funny, and he does scream a lot. And he, you know, kind of reminds me of my 4-year-old. So, you know, she's really sweet most of the day. She's actually pretty funny, too. She's really sweet, you know, she's my little angel. Except if you don't put raisins in her yogurt! Sorry, I hope I didn't hurt anybody's ears. I don't know how to scream into a microphone. But, anyway, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it gets kind of lonely around the house, so I got a dog, and, you know, I noticed that he's even better than having a therapist, her husband. He, like, listens to everything I say. He just, like, you know, stares at me, and you know, I can talk to him about my problems. Like, you know, he just looks at me like he really cares. So I was telling him the other day about, you know, how lonely I was, and he's just looking at me, you know, biscuit? Biscuit? Got a biscuit? I was telling him, how hard it is to be a mother, and I swear, he understood every word I said. Park, go for a walk, go for a walk. Anyway, that dog totally gets me. I love that dog. So for a reward for listening to me, I take this dog Poppy to the dog park. And I love the dog park. It's actually 2 dog parks. There's a little dog park and a big dog park. So my dog's he's a dachshund mix, and so he's kind of small. So I thought, well, he qualifies for the small dog park. So I get in there, and my dog's chasing all these little tiny dogs. There's some really small dogs. I think they should call it the bite-sized dog park. They almost look like little Chinese sushis running around. But anyway, so this lady really complained about my dog, and so I had to take him out. We got kicked out of the dog park. The worst thing I've ever done. But so I take him to the big dog park, and it's crazy there. All these dogs that nobody wants to train because they're crazy, they're out of control, and nobody, you can't walk these dogs because they're just nuts. So I take my dog in there, and immediately he becomes another dog's bitch. And this Rottweiler's humping my dog and barking at him and stuff, and I hear this voice. It's 100 yards away or something. This lady, oh, he just wants to play. That's just how she plays. So, I'm trying to kick this dog off my dog and everything, but my favorite part is when it's time to leave the dog park, and Princess's owner is starting to call her dog. Come on, Princess. Come on, baby. Come on. And Princess says, come on, you fucking dog. Fucking killing hoop. Can't wait for you to come here. I'm gonna rip your fucking ears off. Anyway, that's my favorite part. So, don't you love being married? Me too. So, when I'm not nagging my husband during football season, I like to think. I like to think a lot. The other day I was thinking about narwhals. Do you know what they are? They're these whales, and they got this giant horn thing coming out of their head. So I wanted to learn some more about this. It's a whale, lives in the Arctic. So I Googled it, and